In today's video, I'm going to show you how to customize WooCommerce order confirmation email to go from this to this, so your e-commerce looks more professional. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you is how the WooCommerce email works. So I'm going to go to the dashboard, hover over WooCommerce, and then Settings. Click on the Emails tab. And here you're going to see that there are a lot of emails and they are classified by recipients. So the first 3 of them are going to be sent to the site owners or you as administrator, and the others are going to be sent to the customers. If you click on the Manage button, you can customize each of them. For instance, on the new order email, you can manage which people receive the email, the confirmation email, when a new order is placed. You can enable or disable this notification, you can change the subject, the heading, and you can of course add extra recipients. So let's say orders at topress.com. If you do this, 2 emails are going to receive the confirmation email. Save the changes, and if you go back clicking this arrow button, you can do the same for all of the others' email. If you scroll down a little bit, you can change the sender options, the from name, this is going to be the name of your store, from address, your email, and the rest doesn't matter because we are going to personalize this with a plugin. Now, I'm going to install a plugin to log the emails, to capture all of the emails going from the system. To do that, click on the Plugins menu, Add New, and here on the search input, add email log. Install this one that is called email log, install now, and then activate the plugin. And now you are going to have a new menu called email log. If you click there, you are going to see here all of the email being sent by your WordPress installation or your store. Now I'm going to make a test purchase by going to the store, and I'm going to the shop page, and I'm going to buy this bag. Add to cart, view cart, proceed to checkout, and I'm going to pay it with a test card. Pay with Stripe, and if you see this confirmation, the purchase was correct. Now let's go back to the administrator, and I'm going to reload this page. Now you see 2 emails. One is for the site admin. If you see here, 2 emails was sent to this address, a new order, and the other one is for the customer. If you click the view content link, you're going to see the actual email, and the email is pretty simple, pretty plain, doesn't have anything fancy. And let's see the other one for the admin. Very similar, it's almost the same. I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to go to WooCommerce orders to see my order, the one that I just did, and it's on processing status. I'm going to go to the order by clicking the name, and I'm going to change from processing to completed. Update. And I'm going to go to the email log again, just to see the last email that is sent from the system when the order is complete. Click on the view content link, and this is the confirmation email. Again, it's super simple. Now I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to install my final plugin to personalize the WooCommerce emails. So go to Plugins, Add New, and here search for WooCommerce Email Customizer, And this is the one we are going to use. YayMail WooCommerce email customizer, install now, and then activate the plugin. Now if you go again to WooCommerce settings and click on the emails tab, you are going to see an extra button that is customized with YayMail. So the first email I'm going to customize is the processing order, since it's the first one the users or the client receive. So on the processing order email, I'm going to click the customize with YayMail button. And I'm going to see this personalizer, very similar to Elementor. You can drag and drop the components and you can click and personalize each component. The first thing I'm going to do is to change the email background by going to the settings. And here in email settings, I'm going to select a background color. In my case, it's white. And the links color is going to be blue. Something like this, a little bit darker. And now I can hit the save button just to see the changes. The second thing I want to change is this header, clicking there. And here you can change the alignment of the logo. You can add padding, which is internal space. And you can change the image. I'm going to select my logo. Here's my logo. I can change the width, the size of the logo, and the background color is gonna be white also. That looks much better. I'm going to add some more space by clicking again on the header and adding a little bit more space on top. Let's say it's 25 and bottom 25. It's much better. Here I'm going to delete this section by clicking there, clicking on the dots and clicking remove. Yes. And now it's gone. I'm going to go back to my emails. I'm going to open the email log on a new tab just to have a reference of how the email used to be. I'm going to copy this header and I'm going to go back to the personalizer, click on here on this message. Here you can change the padding. I'm going to add only 20 on top. Background color is white, text color is gray, this is okay. Here the font family, there's one thing you need to know about, and is that on emails, the fonts are really limited. So you can change only a couple fonts. So I'm going to select Tahoma, which I like. And here you have this WYSIWYG where you can center the text, change the color, add shortcodes, whatever you want. What I'm going to do is to select the content, select everything, and I'm going to center the text. I'm going to paste the title. I'm going to add a new line. In this one, I'm going to make it bigger. 18 and bold. Also, I'm going to change this font color. This dark blue is fine. And the rest of my text is going to be 16 pixels. If you see here, this is a shortcode. And this is going to be replaced in this case by the billing first name or the name of the user. That's why here it says John. If you scroll down a little bit, there is another shortcode that is the order ID. This is going to be replaced by the order ID. I'm going to make the name of the user bold. It's better like this. And if you click outside the component, you can see how it is looking, how it is going. This is going very well. I'm going to make the order number bold also. by selecting the text and making it bold. Make sure to select all of the text. And I'm going to add a little bit of a space between these two components. The button I'm going to add 20. That's much better. Now I'm going to add a separator by clicking on the General tab, and I'm going to add a divider below the text and another one below the order. That's much better. Now I'm going to click on the order component, and you have the same things. You can change the padding, you can change the background color, the title color. I'm going to select here something darker, gray dark. That's looking much better. You can also change the border color and the text color. For the border, I'm going to make it lighter, something like this. I'm going to use the same font as on the message, which is Tahoma in my case. And you can change the headings. Now I'm going to personalize the billing and shipping address component by clicking on it. And the same thing, I'm going to change the title color to dark gray. And I think that's all I'm going to do on this component. I like this. Oh, only changing the font family. And the last thing I'm going to change is this footer, this message on the footer. I'm going to center the text, and I'm going to change the font family. And this one on the button, I'm going to delete it. Yes. And my processing order email is complete. Now I'm going to save this one. Don't forget to save, because now I'm going to test with my sample order. I'm going to change the sample order with the one I just did. So I have a real order from my store, and this is how it is looking. So what I'm going to do is to add the photograph of my product by clicking on the settings, and then on the general tab. Here you can change what is going to be displayed here. I'm going to show the product image, and it's going to be placed on the left, and the width and height is going to be 60 pixels. You can enable or disable some other things here, like the product description, hyperlinks, regular price, and don't forget to save to look the changes here. And now I have the product image. I'm going to save this one. And now you can send a test email by clicking here and sending the email. Okay, now you can go back to the email log, refresh here, and you are going to see an email test. View content, and this is how your email is looking. Very different, much better. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe and enable the notification. Let's continue. Now I'm going to close this, and since my email is looking good, I'm going to publish it by clicking this. I'm going to enable this template. If you don't do this, the email is not going to be published, and it's not going to use this template. So now that I have my email, I'm going to personalize the other ones. Next one, I'm going to click on the complete order just to check how is it looking. It's looking really different. And now what I'm going to do is to copy components from the other email, from the processing order we just finished. And what I'm going to do is to click on the header first and clicking on the dots, copy this element too, and I'm going to copy this element to the complete order element or the template. Copy element, I'm going to do the same for this one. Click here, copy this element to a completed order, copy. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Copy element to completed order, copy element. And now I'm going to go back to the completed order template, and you will see the components we just copy. So I'm going to make this one on top, move to the top. This one I'm going to move it to the down, again, and again, and again. And here is the, oh, it's very similar actually. And I'm going to start deleting the ones I don't need. I'm going to click this one, the dots, and remove, yes. And now I'm going to copy this text just to add it to the other component, and I'm going to delete this one. And here I'm going to edit this text because this is another email. I'm going to paste this text here, and again 18 pixels, bold, and this dark blue. And I'm going to change the message. Your order is completed and it's going to arrive very soon. And a smiley face. Okay, this is great. I'm going to add a divider again, divider, and here I'm just missing to change the color. And on the settings, I have to change again the email settings, the background color, and the link color to be a bluish. Save. I'm going to center this text with Tahoma, and I'm going to delete this one. That's looking much better. I'm going just to make sure it's using Tahoma. Yeah, I think everything is looking good. So I'm going to save, very important. And I'm going to send a test email again. Going back to my email log and view content. Perfect. It's looking good. It's looking really good. Now don't forget to enable this template, because if not, it's not going to work. Now what I'm going to do is to make my final test purchase by going again to the shop. I'm going to buy this shoe. Add to cart, view cart, checkout. I'm going to pay with Stripe. And let's see if it is working fine. Okay, it's confirmed. Now I'm going to the email log, refresh, and I have 2 emails. This is for the customer, so I'm going to view the content, and it's looking really good with my personalized template. Now this is for the owner, the site owner. Very different, but you don't need to personalize this one since you are the one receiving the emails. This is not for the customer. If you want, you can do it, but if not, it's okay. Now I'm going to complete my order. I'm going to orders and clicking on the order, changing the status to completed, update, And let's go to the logs and see if it's working. This is the order completed, view content, and it's working fine. Now your emails are looking much better and more professional. If you like this video and you want to learn how to create a professional e-commerce website, I recommend you to keep on watching this video. See you there.